Guys, this is Chrispy Driver, and we're in a Lamborghini. Get ready, because I got a hell of a video for you. Hey guys, it's Chrispy Driver, and I have an extremely special video for you guys today, but I wanted to jump in here at the beginning to explain what actually went on. So the gentleman here, he reached out to me on the YouTube channel and said that he had a really nice collection of cars and wanted me to check it out. So we reached out to each other on the email and arranged a meeting, and it was amazing, guys. You're going to get to see all of it. This gentleman is extremely nice, and I really thank him for letting me get an opportunity to film all of this. I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys pushing my channel out there, and I really appreciate you, my subscribers. So I wanted to definitely say thank you to both Jason, the gentleman we're about to meet, and my subscribers, because you guys are amazing. You guys help push my channel out there. And if you guys have a car collection you want to show me, definitely let me know. I have an email set up now, chrispydriver@gmail.com. So you can reach out to me on that email. Maybe we can arrange something. I am in the Indiana area, but I'm willing to travel and maybe do some more traveling once it gets a little warmer. So if you guys like this video, please leave me a like. If you subscribe, definitely know that I truly, truly appreciate it. But sit back, relax, and enjoy this video.
I try to do all my service and detailing before I park them for the winter.
Right.
And, I just got all of them done except for the Corvette. This one's mine, that one's mine, and then the C4 is mine.
Nice, nice. I love that color on that. That's beautiful. I love that color.
You know, that's about the greatest car.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Everybody really disses them. And once they've been abused, once they haven't been taken care of,
right,
it's pretty much impossible to get them back. But that one I got with 19,000 miles.
That's awesome.
And it's like brand new, and it smells new, and it feels new.
Has it been?
It's just a great car to drive, and it's no guilt. You know, I've learned in my old age that you buy cars, if I bought something like that, I wouldn't feel safe driving it. I owned one of these years ago, and it had almost no miles on it. It was yellow. It was a cool car.
Right, right.
But I got a letter from my insurance, and they said, we know you have full coverage, but if you crack the windshield, it's on you.
Oh,
if you crack the front spoiler, it's on you. If you dent a rim, it's on you. And I started doing research, and at the time, the windshield was $8,000, and the spoil,
Oh, God.
And as soon as it got to be an antique, as soon as the body style, they started making them in, I think, 03. And so as soon as they were 20 years old, they were an antique, and you insure them as an antique, and the insurance is a lot cheaper. But when I got that letter from the insurance company, I didn't want to drive it. I was like, like, if I crack the windshield, go into the grocery store or go into the stupid car show, it's $8,000.
And it takes probably nothing but a rock to hit it just at the right speed.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've learned that I'd rather have cars that I can drive than not.
Right.
And this one's a 35,000 mile car that I got. It didn't run right. The top didn't work, and I fixed everything.
Wow.
And I could jump in this thing anytime and drive it. And it's.
And which one is this?
This is a 360.
360
Spider.
Okay. 360 Spider.
I love Ferraris, and I am not a rich guy. I've kind of worked my way up to these cars.
Right.
And I like working on them. I like tinkering with them.
Yeah.
And the mechanics of these are so easy and brilliant. Anybody that wants one really could have one.
Right, right.
And they've gotten a reputation that you have to be wealthy to own one and nobody can work on it but the Ferrari dealership, and it's absolutely not true. Since I've been here in the last year, I've done 2 engine out services on 348s. I pulled the engine, done the belt service, put them back in.
Yeah.
I've done 2 of these, mine and another guy's.
Yeah.
I need to do that one. I've owned that car 3 times.
Oh, wow.
The blue one.
Yeah. So it's just made its way back to you.
It has.
Yeah.
I don't. It really likes me, and I don't know why. But I sold it to a friend, and then that friend traded for another car that I had, and then I sold it to another guy, and virtually the same thing happened.
Nice, nice. I mean, hey, some cars are like that. They end up making it back to you somehow, and you're like, okay, well, I might as well. I mean, I already know it. I know the problems it has. So.
But yeah, the mechanics of these cars are brilliant. I won't work on that Corvette if my life depends on it.
Really?
I hate working on that thing. I hate it. I'll hire somebody to work on that thing.
Yeah.
And I'll tear one of these apart.
Wow.
Completely.
That's amazing. Because I've torn those apart. I've never torn into one of those.
Yeah, that's
my grandpa was a huge Corvette guy. He's had every generation. I mean, he's kept some, got rid of others, and I could work on those all day. I don't know where to even begin on something.
Oh, they are so easy. The neat thing about the engineering is just different on this and that.
Right.
The Ferrari, since the 308, has taken a V8 or a V12 and they've cut it in half. All of them have 2 everything.
Right.
So this car, I think we can get around to the back. This car, there's 2 fuel tanks.
Oh, wow.
2 fuel pumps, throttle position sensor, butterflies, throttle bodies. There's 2 of everything.
Right.
There's 2 ECUs.
Oh, wow.
And it's 2 engines with 1 crankshaft.
Wow.
And all of them are like that. And the way it works out is cars will accelerate a lot better if there's 2 engines, even though they have the same crankshaft than 1. It's a really weird philosophy, but they've done it in all their cars for a long time. And it really is impressive. You can feel the difference.
Yeah.
You really can.
I imagine it just produces a lot more torque. Just
Low
easily,
end.
low end
Low end
torque.
power
Yeah,
is
exactly. Yeah.
Just crazy. But
it's gorgeous. I love it.
it's a ton of fun.
I love how they do set these up because they really want people to know exactly what's in there. Want them to see.
This is a 3.6 liter V8, and that's what the 360 comes from. The 348 is a 3.4 liter V8.
Yeah.
355 is a 3.5 liter V8.
Okay, that makes sense then. Now their numbering system somewhat makes more sense.
It doesn't work on all of them, but most of them it does.
I imagine it's a lot like the Porsche kind of mindset.
Yeah. Hop in. The neat thing about driving this, it's the same transmission, it's the same F1 system.
Yeah.
So everything's the same, except the reverse is a button in the console.
Instead of off on the left like that.
Or no, it's the shift, it's the little lever. But hop in.
Sure. Much easier to get into.
Yeah. Well, the key's in the console. Right back a little bit.
Oh, there they are.
Now, you're going to key it. Ferraris all do the same thing. You're going to key it, but don't start it.
Okay.
Turn the key until the lights come on, and you'll watch for that, and it'll say, okay to start. Now, go ahead and undo it. These go ahead and pull it out real quick. These 360s have an ignition lock that is the key fob, and it's matched to the car. So you have to hit that, and then you have 30 seconds to start it, or it locks the ignition and you can't start it.
Oh, wow.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wild, yeah.
So go ahead and hit the button. It'll beep twice.
This button here?
Yep. And if it doesn't beep twice, hold it in for a second. Okay. Now you can put the key in, turn it, wait for that to say,
check okay.
Check okay. And then you could crank it. And and then it'll go through a sequence and warm up by itself or die. Good, unkit and do it again. Okay.
That sounds so good. You hear that? That's amazing. Wow.
Now, when you drive this, that one is a heavy car.
Right.
This one is not.
No.
That one is all-wheel drive. This one is not.
I imagine it's insane.
Okay, let's take this one up.
What's that?
I'll guide you.
Do you want to take me for a ride instead?
Yeah, I'll let you drive this. Yeah, let me take you for a ride first.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll work.
Grab the camera. I want to take the one camera. Yeah. This is absolutely awesome. A lot more comfortable in this, I would say.
Yeah.
I think they probably focus a little more on it.
It's a different car. I have a pretty funny analogy that's somewhat X-rated about the two.
That is insanity.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Wow.
A lot of fun.
So what did make you get into doing cars and stuff?
I've always been a car nerd. Like, I've always loved pretty cars.
Right,
I don't know,
right.
it's just not necessarily fast, which these are, but still.
Right.
I cut my teeth on DeLoreans, believe it
Oh,
or
wow.
not.
Yeah.
I owned 140 DeLoreans.
Oh my God. That's a lot.
Pulled them out of swamps and garages and barns and fields for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And bought and sold a flipping ton of them.
Yeah.
And a lot of the principles mechanically are the same on exotic cars for some reason.
Yeah.
And it really taught me how to work on stuff. I enjoyed working on them and ended up being the regional DeLorean guy.
Wow.
Started the Indiana DeLorean Club and ran that for 6 years. And finally, they just got so expensive that I've always been a Ferrari nut. And when DeLoreans became the same price as Ferraris, it's a better car.
Easy to
Sorry.
jump. Yeah.
I mean,
Just quality wise.
yeah. So I backed out of the DeLoreans and started playing with these and have had a blast. I mean, I've had 4 or 5 348 Spiders, Ferrari 348s, and
Yeah.
I've had 4 of these now, 360s and 2 Gallardos.
But hopefully that Diablo.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that car just the funniest? It's a dilemma.
Right.
Because it's worth so much money, and it's a medieval torture device with wheels.
it's made to.
It's a cool car.
Right.
It's fun to look at. When my daughter has her friends over, that's the one they want to sit in and get pictures taken.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's painful to drive.
Imagine so. Is it real stiff? I imagine.
It is. It's no power steering on it. It's rack and pinion.
Yeah.
The clutch takes both feet.
Right. So
Yeah, I mean, it's
Really
just,
get on
it literally gives me a Charlie horse when I drive it. Yeah, it's crazy. And that's a pre-SV car.
right.
That's
before they were
like,
making those.
that's a Viper virtually.
Right,
That is
right.
just an engine and wheels.
Right.
There's no traction
Yeah.
control. There's no power steering. There's nothing.
Gotta have some cojones.
No kidding. No kidding. Jeez. And again, for half or maybe a third the price, you could drive that Gallardo.
Right.
So what do you do?
Right. I imagine the Gallardo, just having that, being able to drive every single day, puts it a little bit above the Diablo, which you wouldn't want to.
It doesn't hurt to drive.
Right, exactly.
It's not painful.
In fact, it's quite nice to drive.
Really
it's a nice drive. It is. It really is.
Oh gosh. I'm anxious to
these.
drive the F12. I pulled it in here and parked it for him.
Right.
But I'm anxious to drive that because I've never in my life. It's 200 horsepower more than the Lamborghinis.
Gosh.
I mean, 200 more horsepower. I can't even fathom that.
Right. Talk about putting your guts inside your body all the way in the back.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, it shocked me. When I was young, everybody told me you don't want a Ferrari or you don't want a Lamborghini because you can't work on it. You got to bring somebody in to work on it. And it turns out that's really not the case at all. Right. They're quite simple to work on. And they really, because the engine is divided in half, diagnosing it is super easy.
Right.
Because I mean,
down to what bank it's on.
It'll tell you that literally in that screen, it'll say the left bank is having a fuel starvation issue or an ignition issue. It literally talks to you, and even the 348 does that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just a brilliant design.
Right.
Yeah. And then this is a funny car. Again, I'm trying to get cars that I can drive and don't have to worry about. And I got this, and I've done a lot of little stuff to it. But the guy that had this before me wanted a Lamborghini Superleggero. Superleggero was a package that you could get on a Gallardo, and it cut the weight by something like 200 pounds, and they had a soupy exhaust on it. And that was the only difference. And it was like a $75,000 upgrade.
Jeez.
But part of it was the wing, the graphic, the spoilers, and the front end were Superleggero. And he actually paid for the real Superleggero parts to put on it.
Right.
Which is funny. So it's dressed up as a Superleggero, but it's actually just a Gallardo.
But still, I mean, the brakes on it alone, I can only imagine.
Yeah, come on over, have a seat. You're hearing the F1 pump. It's a paddle shifter. And it primes the transmission when you open the driver's door.
That's amazing.
Yeah, kind of weird.
It's actually part of what we were a little late this morning. I was watching the F1. Big fan of the F1.
Keys in the console. Here, you might. I don't know if I leaned that back properly. There you go.
So no clutch or anything?
No clutch.
Huh. That's awesome. You care if I start
just
it?
Just a flip key, yeah, please. And you'll want to crank it until it starts. It'll actually won't start it until it's popped all the cylinders once. Ran the cycle. So it'll crank for a second before it lights. Getting in over here.
I'm actually back. A little weird feeling.
So this is a 2007. Pretty stock. Nothing special.
That's amazing, though. I assume this is where it would shift normally.
Actually, let's go for a ride.
You sure?
Yeah. Find my seatbelt if I can. Yeah. It's back there somewhere. I just dyed the seats a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, the finish comes off of them. So the one with the X is that door, the 1010 door. There you go. Pull the e-brake.
Okay.
We want to be in sport mode, so hit sport, make sure it says sport up there.
Yep.
Now this is gear up, that's gear down, both of them is neutral.
Okay, so that brings back to neutral.
Yep. Go into first gear, and this is actually a manual transmission.
Oh, wow. Have you ever taken it to any drag strips?
No.
Or any type of track?
I am not really a racer.
Gotcha.
You know, I like cars.
Yeah, like to drive them.
Yeah.
Nothing too.
One of my really cool experiences with DeLoreans, we met one of the 4 or 5 Hot Wheels designers who owns a DeLorean and kind of became buddies with him.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we still email and message back and forth, but I was going to take over the National DeLorean Show and ended up not, but I made a bunch of shirts for one probably 10 years ago. And I gave him one of the shirts, and like 2 weeks after I got home from the show, he sent me 3 or 4 of the employees only Hot Wheels.
Oh, wow.
The
That's awesome.
gifts from
Yeah.
Mattel to
Yeah.
the employees.
Yeah, yeah.
And we've stayed buddies ever since. He still has his DeLorean.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah.
awesome. That's kind of surprising.
What's really neat, his wife is the head designer for Barbie.
Oh, wow.
So they both work at Mattel. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that is cool. I mean, what are the odds?
Yeah, no
You know?
But yeah, the DeLorean thing was fun. It was neat. I got to meet some great people, just
I bet.
great people.
Yeah.
And it really trained me to be able to work on anything. And it allowed me to open the door to get other, I've had a Testarossa. I've had some really neat cars. Neat cars.
Yeah.
And again, I enjoy learning how to work on them.
Right, yeah.
But again, I won't touch the Corvette. I'll call you.
Yeah, you can call.
Have you work on that thing for me?
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, I love driving it.
Yeah.
I will pass doing anything but oil changes on that.
I mean, it's never fun to work on them, but you know, they're not that bad.
So that thing actually came out of a barn about 4 miles from here. I wish I was joking.
Wow. Is this a Diablo?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I thought so.
And it's a first gen, which they are insanely rare.
Yeah. Those are amazing.
Let me show you pictures of this thing. A farmer bought this new.
Really?
And when I found it, it was in a 2-car garage at his farm with dirt floor, covered in dirt with boxes stacked on it. Yeah, just crazy. Yeah, check this out. I'll send you these pictures. It's quite hilarious. Come on. Do. I've become friends with the old guy, and he brought it over here, and I got it running. It hadn't run in years. Yeah, look at this.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Just caked in dirt.
Yeah. Hadn't been ridden and driven in years.
That's insane.
Yeah, just nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. You want to see a crazy engine? This is the Lamborghini V12.
I had posters of this
Yeah.
on my walls as
Yeah.
a kid.
It's bigger than it looks in pictures.
It is.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
Look at the size of that thing.
They even put the firing order right on top of it for you.
Well, what's funny is this has General Motors fuel injectors.
Right.
See them? Has GM.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I went and cleaned all the injectors out, and it needs a intake manifold gasket, but I'll hopefully end up with the car. Unfortunately, he knows what it's worth.
So he knows.
But it's been here for a little over a year. like right when I finished the shop. Yeah, if you want
It's
to.
wild to believe that anybody would ever
No kidding.
forget that they had it or just forget it
No
at all.
kidding.
I mean, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, if you want a total contrast of a car, you know, that Gallardo you can drive every day, any weather even. I mean, I
Right.
wouldn't, but you can. Get into this thing and start it. It will crack you up.
Oh,
It's nutso.
Imagine it's insanity.
It is absolutely nutso.
It's clipped on here. Oh. Imagine it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, getting into it.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Bit of a trick, I bet.
there he is.
I've watched some DDE videos. I know. My goodness.
Isn't that stupid?
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
I mean, I'm
This
like
is-
an average-sized guy, and my
It's
hands, knees,
uncomfortable.
everything would be in the way.
This is, I mean, the world's most expensive paperweight. It is, honestly, it's not a usable car in any level, but it's so cool.
It is. It is the
Keys,
coolest.
they're right there, and use the one without the plastic.
Without plastic.
Same thing, you want to crank it until it starts.
No clutch.
There is a clutch. This is a insanely crazy, and the clutch, it's
okay.
in neutral. It's in neutral, so you
Okay,
shouldn't
it
need
is.
it.
Okay. I doubt you're taking that to the grocery store. No way. You're gonna scare all the children.
It's just like the most claustrophobic car that's ever existed.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was gonna get better when you shut the door in it. My goodness. Look how small that is. Look how close my knee is. I mean, I can't. You'd be like lucky to get your hand past your knee. That's amazing. Gosh.
It's a terrible car.
Sounds terrifying. But idling out. My word. Can we shut it off?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
I mean,
another
it is
trick.
so cool, but it's worth 3 times what this is.
There we go. So cool. Gosh. Yeah, definitely hard to believe anybody would forget about this. Just, gosh,
It's crazy.
it is. The wheels on it too. Like, I'm sure if somebody had a fun time detailing it.
I washed it
Did you?
4 times it took to get all the crap off of it, and then I put a real thick coat of wax on it.
Yeah.
I cleaned the inside out, but I need to do it again because as I've moved it around, all of the crap has just rained and snowed down.
Amazing though. Truly amazing car.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about this hobby is
Right.
you see these cars, and once you get in them, it's almost every time it's a different experience, whether it's
yeah.
better or worse, you know.
Do you have a favorite car overall and a favorite in this particular collection? You
I-
want to repeat that question? Because it's the one you're right.
Do you have a favorite car or one that's your favorite out of the collection?
It's hard to say. I really like the 360s. I do, and I don't know why. I just
The styling. and-
it's the style, and the sound of them is spectacular.
Oh, yeah,
You know, that's
yeah.
a 5-valve engine. It just sounds great.
Oh, yeah.
It feels great. Yeah, my comparison, and again, when I was young, and I just knowing you, the little amount that I do, you were the same way. The two gods of automotive were Lamborghini and Ferrari, right?
Exactly.
And you're sitting here with both of them, and you drive both of them, and I will make you do this. You will, and I bet you get the same response that I do. But the Lamborghini doesn't care about you. It doesn't care at all. It's a violent, hateful car that almost doesn't like you.
Right.
And that is the most beautiful girl in high school that took a chance on you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's elegant. Everything about the ride it holds your hand and
It's
gives
like,
you
"Here, I'll
soft
take it
kisses.
this way." Yeah, come on.
You know, I tell, when people legitimately ask me, I tell them that, you know, this car is the cheap hooker from Vegas,
Yeah.
and that's the prom queen.
The prom queen. Yeah,
That's
prom queen.
exactly
Yeah,
right.
exactly. Okay.
Now,
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with
Right,
it.
nothing wrong with this. It'll get the job done. It'll
It
absolutely
does.
get you there. But this,
Yeah, well, the mentality of them, it's
Right.
different.
for sure. Understandable. I like it though.
Totally true. Yeah, and that's the 65-year-old hooker from Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. She's been around.
She's been around the
You
block.
know it's dangerous. You know you probably shouldn't.
But you
You
want
might.
to.
You're gonna want to.
You kind of want to.
Kind of want to. Just to say that you did. If nothing else, just to say that you did it and survived.
That's funny. That's great.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, let me show you my other section of the shop here, my work area. So this is the workshop.
Wow. Yeah.
2-post, 4-post.
Gosh. Probably every tool you need.
Well, honestly, it's perfect. My last garage, I actually owned property across the street for 14 years, and it had an old cow barn that I built into a garage, and then I added it, and then I added, and then I added, and it was awful. And I designed this, and this is a fraction of the size of the work area. Kind of the backwards. I had a 2-car in the front that was the finished cars, and then the entire back was a workshop.
Right.
And I came to the realization that you'd never need more than 2 bays to work on them at a time.
Right.
Honestly.
I mean, otherwise you're just clogging it up.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So this is absolutely perfect. And like I said, I've done two 360 belts on that lift. I've done 2 348 engine outs here.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect size, just the perfect size.
It looks awesome too.
Yeah,
I think you did a great job decorating.
It's fun.
It
I
looks
appreciate
good.
it. I had a shockingly inexpensive budget. I mean, I did not spend a ton of money on it, but I did a lot of the work myself.
Yeah.
And I called in favors for
Right.
things that we won't
Friends.
discuss.
Yeah.
There are pictures.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. We won't get into that, but
Understandably. Yeah, I get that.
so this is what I own, a little manufacturing company, and this is what we do. We make foam for
The foam inserts.
for bigger companies.
Wow.
Like we do a lot with Porsche.
Oh, okay.
Like lots with
Yeah.
Porsche.
Yeah.
We're in every dealership in the world.
Wow.
Just
That's awesome though.
yeah. It's fun
Definitely
stuff.
helpful.
Makes it organized.
Oh, yeah.
Being that I'm working on those cars more than anything, this is all metric. Everything that's blue and cobalt is metric.
Yeah.
Everything that's red and Craftsman is standard.
Nice. That's a neat way to do it. Make it easier.
So I have standard hammers and metric hammers, and
Make it easy to keep though, for sure.
and then my bathroom. I'm really proud of my bathroom.
Was gonna ask if you had one.
Yeah. Look at this. This is my creation.
Oh, nice.
So
Oh, 2 doors.
the water's pre-mixed.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I dig that. Keep an idea. Yeah, we're keep an idea for
This
this.
is a 40s oil change pan.
That's awesome though. Yeah.
Right through the
all
old
right.
Philco cabinet.
Very cool. Very, very cool. I dig. Damn, the license plate. I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
I love my bathroom.
No, I get it. Hey, you spent some time in here.
Yeah.
So, do
Yeah.
you mind if I use some time in
Please,
here?
have
I'll be
at it.
right back.
Guys, this is
Chrispy driver. You're never gonna believe this, but we're in a Lamborghini. You ready?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? It's amazing. And it's fast. It's so, like, we're in 5th gear, right? Like, that's just me barely rolling my foot over onto the gas pedal. You hear that F1 shifter? That was amazing. This thing is so cool. Alright, we're gonna try to turn around up here.
Is this where you guys turned around earlier?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we went a little further than this, but. Let's bring this back so we don't have to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is amazing.
Amazing. That's a little faster than anything else I've driven you in. Huh?
Bigger. Wow. Get off the cord. There we go. Not enough.
That's the even crazier part. Is that you're able to push that thing. Even then, it's like there's not a lot of Indiana representation.
Shockingly, no.
Right. You know what I mean? And we're a racing state. This is,
Yeah.
and we, you know, all kinds of companies started here, or
Yep.
you know, made their way here. And I don't think we get enough attention.
Without a doubt.
So
Without
I
a
like
doubt.
bringing focus to it, especially like my shorter stories I've been doing more recently that are more automotive history. I'm trying to always bring it back to Indiana in
Well,
some way or another.
I like those. That's what I was thinking with these. I mean,
right.
really what built up to them. Lamborghini's not like this, but Ferrari does a brilliant design thing throughout their history. They'll take a car, they leapfrog engines with body styles. So do you know what the 430 looks like, the Ferrari 430?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looks
yeah.
almost identical to that.
Right.
If you look at the 348 and the 355, the body panels are interchangeable. They look identical.
Wow.
If you look at the 308 and the 328, I can't tell them apart. They look the same.
Right.
So what they do is they'll take a body style and they'll update it a little bit, make the headlights a little different, do little tiny modifications, but the engine will be dramatically better. And then they'll use the same engine on the next body style, and then they'll take that body style and make it. Yeah, they leapfrog. The F12. If you look what an 812 looks like, it's a newer version of that car. They're the same car.
Right.
They leapfrog their designs, and it's really a cool thing. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. It's brilliant.
Right.
But I mean, if you put a 430 next to the 360, they're very, 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 very similar.
Right, right. Gosh. What blows my mind is how close to like the 599 that looks.
Yeah.
Too, from at least this angle.
This car replaced the 599.
Right, right.
Same. Yeah, we went over and did a pre-buy on one before he bought that.
Oh, wow.
Over in Illinois. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's come on over. It's nothing special. And one thing that I find really funny, Ferrari must have, I'm assuming they were supposed to order like 1,000 door handles and they accidentally ordered 1,000,000 because this car is 20 years newer than this car and the door handles
Oh, wow. Exactly the same.
are the same.
Yeah. Jeez.
Hop in. It's sitting in a $300,000 car.
Right. Definitely the most expensive car I've sat in today, I think.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. The screen.
Isn't that cool? I mean,
Shoot.
what an incredible piece of engineering.
Right. And the color match keys. I mean, it's those kind of details that make it a Ferrari. Right? And then I imagine these are the settings.
Yeah,
for it
the
and
different.
everything.
Yep.
That is insane. Notice a little bit of F1 technology there. Get a camera in here. Right over here. That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, yeah. Are these the turn signals?
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy. Jeez. Wiper arms, I assume. That is nuts. And the horn, I guess, is in here. That's nuts. They just were like, you know, well, the wheel, we could redesign it. We could redesign the wheel. That is crazy. Literally.
Next level.
Yeah. Even the seats and the stitching on the seats. The whole, gosh. Little straps and everything in the back here. Imagine for luggage and so forth.
Yeah.
Gosh, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's incredible.
See if we can squeeze out without touching it.
You're fine. Let me tell you the trick of all of these exotics, getting in and out of them, anything. It sounds really stupidly simple. I'm fat. And I get in and out of these pretty easily. If you sit with your feet on the ground next to the seat and just sit down and then rotate your body in, you don't have any trouble at all.
Yeah.
Sorry, camera overheated. The phone, I'm gonna whip it out of here so it'll cool off. Gosh.
So if you just sit with your feet like here, just sit down and then rotate in. Most people, when you get into modern cars, you put your feet in first.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as well
Yeah.
on these little cars. The DeLorean taught us a lot of lessons.
Hey guys, just wanted to jump in at the end one more time to thank Jason one more time for this amazing opportunity to both film these cars and to drive them, because it was just beyond anything I could have ever imagined when we reached out to each other. So I wanted to thank him again, and I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, definitely hit that like button. It helps my channel out a ton. Subscribe if you like these kind of videos, because I hope we can do a whole lot more of them. And comment down below which one of the cars was your favorite out of all of Jason's cars. Did you like the Corvette, the Ferrari, the Lambo? Which one was your favorite? But until next time, this has been Chrispy Driver, and you have yourself a wonderful day.